So today we're going to make a video about our scuba diving excursion experience. We did this 2 days ago. We both chose to purchase something we wanted to do on this trip. Mine was the couples massage at Red Lane Spa. If you have not checked out that video yet, go get it a look. I will put the link in the description below. And then we also chose scuba diving, which was his choice. He's done it before.
Best choice.
So tell me how your first experience scuba diving went. That's a story in itself.
Oh, the first time I actually went scuba diving was real cool and everything, but I came up faster than I was supposed to and ruptured part of my eardrum and was bleeding from my ears for the rest of my trip in Mexico. So that was a cool time. And yet it was so awesome that I wanted to do it again. Not the bleeding from the ears, but the scuba diving.
So, yeah, I know it's a little bit loud out here just with the music and the ocean, and there's people all around us in this resort. It's really hard to be kind of exclusive, I would say. It's really hard to get an area where it's just him and I, but we did the best we could for this video. Anyway, so he wanted to do that so much that he made me go, and I was nervous. Honestly, the idea of an open water ocean kind of freaks me out, especially just being underneath. But the biggest part that freaked me out was not being able to get enough air, because when you're underwater you can't just breathe, so your air supply was gone. So we had to go through about 30 minutes to an hour of a training session between the video we had to watch, and then also we went into this pool where we put on the equipment and we got trained basically really fast on how to use the breathing mechanism, how to
equalize your ears, how to use your buoyancy control,
how to swim with the fins. I had to put on a wetsuit because it just makes you a little bit warmer underwater, so I chose one of those, and then we were ready to go. So I felt like I got it. The only thing I was nervous about at that point was obviously running out of air, and also the clearing your mask. So you would literally, if you got water in your mask, what you would have to do is you have to basically lift, or do you lift it and then breathe out?
No, you put your hand
top of it. See, I'm already
lean
messed
your
up.
head back and blow out your nose.
So you hold it and then basically, and hope that it all gets out, but that just scared me. So, and then also there were hand signals underwater for everything. Like, this meant okay. Pretty much the instructor was always checking on everybody to make sure they were okay, and each other would do the same thing. This is meaning you're out of water or
out of air.
Yeah, out of air. Wow. Anyway, oxygen, and so that's an emergency, and there were emergency plugs where you could supply.
It would also be an emergency if you ran out of water in the ocean.
True.
That would be a problem.
That'd be bad. But you have emergency plugs so that if he ran out of air, I could supply him with some of what I have left as well, which was nice. But what had happened was we go out there, and this is where the near-death experience comes. He didn't understand because he wasn't really there to see me or this happen. But I was already having severe anxiety going into it, and I had never done it before. And so I'm like, oh God, saying prayers, I'm panting, I'm freaking out. So I go underneath, and there is another guy with us. And there was a big group of people, but in our little group, it was the instructor, me, AJ, and then another person. And we go under, and that guy I thought was AJ. I go like this, and I'm like all excited and acting lovey-dovey, and then I was like, oh no, you're not AJ. And I start laughing, and this is where the problem happened. It was nothing that they did, it was me. I start laughing, and not only does the air's breathing mechanism come out of my mouth, and now I have coughed and choked on all the water around me basically, but I've also got water in my mask because I'm freaking out. And so I'm sitting here going, and I'm forgetting. In that moment, when something like that happens and it's traumatic and you don't have air around you, for me, I blacked out. I had just went through this training session, but I had completely blacked out from how to just take it, and because I had been choking too on water. So when you're choking on water, you can't exactly just breathe in air. You've got it in your lungs. So I went back up. It was the only thing I knew how to do. Luckily, how far down were we?
20 feet, 25 feet.
25 feet or so. So I just like went up. And the problem with it was the fact that I felt like there was this big tank on me, there was buoyancy controls, and I was like going against everything because it's not like I could hold my breath, so to speak. I couldn't breathe. So I was just like, like freaking out, and got to the top.
What was that again?
Anyway, so I'm up at the top and I'm choking and I'm crying and I'm like honestly out of being able, like I'm out of breath at this point. Like it's hard for me to breathe and I'm like really scared. But luckily the instructor was really nice about everything. He asked if I was okay. I told him I needed a second, and I ended up going back down, which was the best part. And what I realized when I went back down, I held my mask the whole time so I couldn't get water in it, and I held this so that it didn't fall out. The problem was he didn't really know what was going on at that time because he was underneath doing his own thing, and you can't talk underwater. And the other guy, just all he knows is I did this and then I go up. So I was like, wow, I feel like an idiot. So I had to explain that later. That was our experience.
Our scuba instructor was super cool though. Real awesome guy. I think his name was Demon. I don't actually remember, but I wish I did so I could put him into the review. He was awesome.
No, he was really cool, and I don't think I would go scuba diving again for the simple fact that it was really scary for the air. And
by far the coolest thing you'll ever do in your life. You should go scuba diving.
He loved it. I think that you should experience it at least one time, but if you have really bad anxiety, I don't know if it's a good thing for you to go out in the water like that. I would try snorkeling or snuba-ing, because for me, it was hard for me to even focus on my breathing when I'm having such severe anxiety, and that was just my thing. And it's weird.
Get certified.
Yeah, he wants to get certified, but it was weird because at Universal Studios, where we went before this, I was like totally down to ride every single roller coaster, big or small, and he was absolutely not. It was not having it. He did ride the Hulk with me though. I was proud of him, but there were some that he was like absolutely not happening. So
there's no reason to get on death traps.
It's just funny how like I am afraid of basically scuba diving and things like that, but I can ride roller coasters and I want to go skydiving, and not to say that I'm absolutely like looking forward to that absolute thrill and near-death basically experience, but I want to be able to say I've done it once in my life at least. Anyway, that's a wrap, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Click the bell button to be alerted when I post. I post twice a week, Mondays and Thursday mornings. And comment below if you want to see or hear any more experiences that we had during our trip, or if you want us to go somewhere else for you, if you want to see a review on a place or maybe another item. Pretty much jack of all trades. We do pretty much everything. So like I said, thank you for watching and have a beautiful day.